Hello everyone, welcome back to F1 2021, my team career mode. Today we are doing the Belgian Grand Prix. So qualifying, we're going straight into qualifying. This is the best lap I put with the slightly wet conditions on track. And then this is the best lap that I put in on the dry. So as you can see we don't have much time left. So I am trying to just get the best lap as possible. So I just want to keep this lap in because I was actually super happy with it at the time. There are definitely things that I could have improved on, but at the time it seemed pretty good for a good first dry lap. So we went up Air Rouge. We already have nearly 2 seconds off our previous time. There we go. It just hit the 2 seconds mark. There went a little wide. So that definitely could have cut off a lot of time if we didn't go wide. Going down there I always lock up, and then this bit I get like no traction. Coming out here, almost go into the fucking barrier there, but we're able to miss it just ever so slightly. This is one of my favourite parts on the F1 calendar, doing that one perfectly. It's just so satisfying. Yeah, we did have a little lock up. You may see that the engine is red. That's nothing to worry about. The car's fine. Car's fine. It went in the race. But we are 3 seconds faster than our 151, which was in the rain. And we actually put in purple for all 3 sectors. And then I went into the pits. And that I just missed out doing on an extra lap. So even though we did good, it got
We're
wiped.
in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019 Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Leclerc, Sainz, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, and Lance Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon, and Raikkonen. Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty. Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, and Nobuharu Matsushita. Russell, Latifi, James, and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So coming off our formation lap, I gave ourselves a new engine. Might as well. Doesn't actually cost anything money wise, and we're near the back anyway, so it is now 5 red lights and away we go. Now this start is actually one of my favourites, I think. So there, right at the back, we go down the inside, shoot down, but we don't risk it too much, so we stay just behind the 2 Alfa Romeos. There you might see our teammate Matsushita. He's just behind us, but he also has to fight with McLaren into Air Rouge. There's us. We get amazing speed out of Air Rouge. I think they were slowing down just a bit more than I was, so we're able to just we we go on the inside, which is quite risky because he was also defending the inside, and we also get ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, I think that is. And so now we are above one Alfa Romeo, and I want to get the other one. There you see we lock up. There's Pierre Gasly just ahead of us. You can tell it's Pierre Gasly because it's number 10. Nice simple number for him to have. There, we are using all our ARS here, and we actually go side by side here. Push him off. Push him wide, not off. And we're able to get the position, and now Lance Stroll is just ahead of us, so we're diving down the inside into the chicane. Just narrowly miss Ocon there, who obviously won again. Can't remember if I mentioned that in the last video. Not. Lap 4, as you can see, it's starting to rain now, so we are going into the pits. Another thing I forgot to mention to you guys, we also had an email saying Fernando Alonso is retiring after this season, so that should definitely shake up the grid next season. But anyway, we are coming into the pits, going on to lap 5 for a set of intermediates. It was just getting like that. Nice cutscene there for the pits. That was the 2-second pit stop, I believe. And so we do not change our track position at all. And literally going up into Air Rouge, these are cold tyres because we just put them on, second lap as you see. So we go wide, but Nicholas Latifi is out of the session, and that brings out a full course safety car. So the field's going to be bunched up, and a bunch of people are going to get a free pit stop essentially. So lap 6, we're behind Sainz. At this point I am thinking, oh yeah, we'll get a good run off. Lap 11 though, we didn't get a good run off, and then we are told to come in for a set of full wet tyres. That sounds bad. Belgium got it put us on full wets. It's just crazy because this is my first race actually being in full wet conditions, I do believe. But also it's at a track that I'm not very good at. Lap 17 now. I did actually put in a decent lap here. I just wanted to show you the difference in the timing for the lap. So it is nearly 14.5 seconds far slower than what it was on my fastest lap on dries. So lap 21 now. We have Antonio Giovinazzi behind us. He's following our slipstream and he crashes. I think it's generally just that he was in the slipstream, he just lost the back end, but he crashes. It's crazy. This is his point of view. Like, we couldn't have made contact there, we were going down the straight. He may have tapped us, maybe. That can't have been it. So now we're going on our last lap. One lap after Giovinazzi's DNF. We have both AlphaTauris behind us, which obviously are essentially our rivals. We are just above them in the R&D and just below the Alpines. But going up into Air Rouge again. Now Yuki Tsunoda has the crash. So it must have been that they're just losing the back end in my slipstream or something, because honestly, don't get it. And also Nobuharu Matsushita also crashes into that. So his perspective, the camera on Yuki, and there's Matsushita crashing into him. I don't know what happened with Matsushita. That was definitely avoidable. It's Yuki's point of view. There's just nothing that we done. Like, I felt bad because I thought I did it, but looking at the replay, there's just nothing we could have done. Here's Nobuharu's point of view. There, it was just so avoidable. But we finished the race now, just ahead of Pierre Gasly, beating our rivals. I was quite happy with that, even though we didn't get any points this race. I'm still pretty happy with that. As you can see, Stroll's on the intermediates. The rain slowed down, and there we are, driver of the day.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here in the Belgium Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and have the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I have to give it to James. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Right now. It's time
So-
for you to have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
So now we are on to the Dutch Grand Prix. So if you all did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. For more content, check out the other ones in this series. And I will see you all for the Dutch Grand Prix. Good.